Welcome to the StockMentor.com studios here in the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota. I'm your stock mentor, Brian Johnson, and I'm making professional trading simple. And no afternoon reversal today. The markets ran nothing but up all day long. The Dow, S&P, and Nasdaq all up. Dow was once again a little bit of a laggard behind the other two on the back of the banks, among other things holding up the market. We saw a straight run up today. A little bit of a high base put in, but the markets were on a tear. There is no reason to think, as I've been saying all along, and you know what I'm going to say next, that we can't go a little bit higher. We are still in an uptrend, clearly defined here by the NDX was showing. I did not like that it was hanging out at the bottom side of this channel the entire way up. You want to see it come up, touch the top, touch the bottom, touch the top. Well, guess what it did today? Yep, it found the top again today. So NASDAQ showing an incredible amount of strength. If you are an Elliottian or watch Elliott waves at all, this just looks like a really powerful three wave. That's what it looks like. It was so strong the whole day. Nothing holding it back. And some divergences in the internals today, but I have seen these divergences in the internals over the past 2 weeks, and they've made absolutely zero difference. So maybe in the long term, yes, we're going to get a turn. But for right now, nope. No reason to think that we just can't continue to move this train higher. Now we have definitely broken up and over on the NASDAQ, the 200 period moving average. We were watching that before. The Qs had done it, and the NASDAQ was right up to it. So it was interesting this week to see what we would get. Obviously, the week is not over yet. We do have 2 days left. This is a weekly candle, so we cannot count this out yet. But we get a close up in this area above this previous resistance area, and I just don't see why we can't come up here and visit this 1773 area. That is a 61.8% retrace of the entire move. So I fully expect us to come back up and revisit this stuff up here. Moving on to the SPX here, the 60-minute. This is doing the same thing the NASDAQ was, and showing the exact same strength the NASDAQ was. It's almost just, you stand back and just stare at it and go, really? But the markets are going to do what the markets are going to do. I'm going to tell you a little something. You guys need to write this down, keep it by your monitor, and that is the markets can stay irrational much longer than you can stay solvent. And I'll tell you what the general overview of what I'm getting the feel of, and I think there are a lot of people that are trapped short in this market right now. They maybe didn't take the long entry. They keep trying to call a top, and now they are trapped short. And I'm not so sure that maybe they're not getting buried here at this point. Usually, and the reason I ask that is because I'm getting a lot of people asking me questions about what do I think of this stock and what do I think of that stock, and that generally means I'm underwater, but I don't want to tell you I'm underwater. A lot of times, or I'm getting, can it actually go any higher? Yes, it can go higher. The uptrend is still in. Matter of fact, it showed a lot of strength today. We broke up and out of this channel we were in. That is why I'm not so sure that we're not seeing what would be, from an Elliott standpoint, a three wave. And a three wave up is incredibly powerful, and it's anybody's guess when they stop. But we're seeing increased volume on a move to the upside. We've broken this. We've broken out and above this area here. If we get a confirmation candle, and I mean confirmation by we close the day tomorrow above this trend line, I'm telling you, no reason to think we can't keep going higher. We are still in an uptrend, and this is a very powerful move. Yes, it's up many days in a row. Yes, we're due for a pullback, but it doesn't make any difference. We can go up 20 days in a row and be due for a pullback every one of those days. So I think there's a lot of people trapped short. My traffic to the site seems to have increased. So either A, people are putting my link out there, which in any case, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you want to put my link anywhere, I appreciate it. Would love to get some more exposure. But that usually means that there are other people that are also looking to maybe get some direction. And I'm telling you that if you're trapped short right now, The hardest thing to do is to let go. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not an investment broker. I can't tell you, but it's always very difficult. If you're trapped short, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of okay. I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds and tell you this. I've been there, done it. I didn't get into this business and make $1 billion my first month. I'm not that guy. Okay? I'm Joe Average. I'm the guy that got into the business. I took my lumps. I lost a bunch of money, thousands of dollars at a time on some trades. So I'm just putting myself out there, letting you know that I'm no different than most every trader that gets into this business. I'm not embarrassed by that. I was at the time. I felt awful. I lost sleep. I wasn't getting anything done. All I wanted to do was curl up. It was to the point where just give me some drugs to make me feel better because right now all I want to do uh, is pull a Michael Vick and kill dogs. I mean, I'm just I was at that point. I know what that feels like. Been there, done it. What turned it around for me was getting the right education. You've heard me preach about it before. I'm going to say very shortly and just very sincerely that if you believe you can step on a basketball court and beat Michael Jordan, you're sadly mistaken. That's what he's been doing his whole life. If you think you can step into the stock market and think you can compete and beat some of the best and finest minds in the world, you're sadly mistaken. You have to get an education in this business, period. You're arrogant. Uh, you're arrogant if you think that you can do it without the proper education. It doesn't work that way. The Ameritrade commercials and E-Trade commercials, they're great. I love the E-Trade commercials with the little baby. Funny, funny, funny. But you know what? There's nothing funny about losing your butt in the market. And they just kind of come across as saying, "Oh, it's easy. Just put your money here and control your own stuff." You know what? If you're long right now, you're living large. But I'm going to tell you something. Sooner or later, you're not going to be living large anymore. Because right now, you can all but throw a dart at a board and go long the stock, and you're going to make money. It's hard not to make money to the long side right now. But if you're short, a lot of you are trapped. The market keeps moving up, up, up. You know it's going to come down the next day, and it doesn't. It keeps moving up, 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 and you're trapped, and you're in a lot of pain right now. And for you bulls that are rubbing it into the bears, I'm telling you, that day is going to come for you. And when it does, you're going to get trapped. It's going to be a hard move. It could be a move where you wake up one morning and we're down 30, 40 points, and you're going to be going, what the? It's going to get you. The proper education, the right education, is the only way to satisfy that. So I don't care how much you've made. I don't care how much you've lost. The truth is, there's never a better time to get an education than right now. Period. So if you're interested, I don't care if you get it from me. I don't care if you get it from someone else. Whatever. But if you're interested in the right education and a proper education and understanding what you need to be looking for in the markets and empowering yourself to be a lot more confident in the markets. If anybody out there that's afraid to trade because you just don't know, you don't know what's going to happen, you're afraid to lose money, and you're just you can't pull the trigger. If you're that guy, we need to talk. I can fix that. My education can fix that. So moving on with the markets here, strong move by the bulls. Up and out of this channel leads me to believe that this could potentially be one of those three waves we're talking about. This is common to see this happen. I was really expecting a pullback here. Matter of fact, it was a beautiful setup from a textbook standpoint. Right when we got up to this resistance area, it was a beautiful setup, and it just never materialized. So now I'm still looking for an entry to get short, but right now the market has given me zero reasons to get short. Maybe it comes tomorrow, maybe it comes Friday, possibly next week or next month, I don't know. But right now there is no reason to be shorting this market. There's just nothing telling me I need to be doing that. So strong move in the SPX, up 16 points today, and could be more tomorrow. You know what, there's something I'm going to share with you guys. Do I have it in here? Yes, here's my SPX weekly. Now we have blown past the 50% retrace. That was the 1055 mark. And we're up and out right now. Now this is a weekly, so tomorrow, Friday, who knows what will happen. Maybe it moves back down. I don't know. But at this point right now, we've broken out of this formation here, and that is a rising wedge.